watch on this network. So come get some. CromCon. CromCon.
Entertainment Group presents the Madness Comic Network with original programming and additional comic-related content.
Hey, we want to shout out to our sponsors, Daytona Beach Comic Con. If you are a fan of comic books, if you're a fan of comic book conventions, and if you like meeting comic book creators and getting comics and comic-related stuff, then you need to make your plans to attend Daytona Beach Comic Con. This year's show is September 9th and 10th. Silverline will be there, so you should make your plans to be there too. We'll see you there. If you like comics and find yourself in the Orlando, Florida area, doesn't everyone come to Orlando at some point in time to see the House of Mouse? But when you're here, you need to make it a point to visit Coliseum of Comics, especially the one on East Colonial Drive. They carry Silverline Comics, even a limited edition Coliseum of Comics version of our comics. So, when you go, be sure to ask for Silverline Comics and tell them we sent you. OCD stands for Orlando Collector Deviants. OCD, Steve and Trish, they're a family of geeks who promote geek things, particularly those around the Orlando, Florida area. They're big supporters of Silverline, and we think you should be supporters of theirs too. Go give them some love. If you are an independent comic book maker and you need to get your independent comics made, you need to look no further than Kablam Digital Printing. They print our books, and they do a bang-up job. They're not only trusted by Silverline, but many, many independent comic book makers. Head on over to kablam.com and see for yourself just how easy it is to have your comic printed by them. And tell them Silverline sent you.
Hi, this is Tim TK, host of That Silverline Show on Tuesday. Join us at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific every Tuesday night as we discuss pop culture and the joys of making comics.
Hi, I'm Barb Kelber, co-host of Silverline's Wednesday Wham. Join us each Wednesday nights as we discuss comics, literature, movies, and anything else that may catch our attention.
I'm Roland Mann, and I host Silverline's Silver Sunday. Join me every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern as we make mine Silverline.
Well, hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday Night Wham with the Silverline team that isn't here today. Barb, the Empress of Inks, is on vacation. The venerable Rob Davis is watching volleyball. And John Middich, we are not sure where he is. And Brent shows up once in a while. But yeah. So we are the home of Silverline of such wonderful books like Divinity, Wolf Hunter, which I colored and made look really, really snappy. We got like Sniper and Rook, if you guys are into CIA and stuff like that. Cat and Mouse, which is our flagship title. And we just got lots of wonderful books. But tonight, we are talking with Pops Van Zandt. Welcome to the show, Pops.
Thanks.
How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I think what we need to do, though, is everybody needs to get Roland's inbox, tell him to get out here and back up his people. That's what I do. Hey, my people don't show up. I drop everything. I jump in there. I help out. That's what you're supposed to do, Golden. Come on.
Well, I'll just tell him that you're calling him out on Facebook.
Oh, I
there,
did.
see what he.
I already know. I called him out in the Madness group chat. I already called him. What's up, Colin?
All right. Hey, so hello, Colin. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Hope you learned something new. So Pops is the founder and the arbiter of the Comics Madness Network. So we're going to talk about that. What is it about? What is he doing? How are we? You're moving to Roku. What's that all about? How many channels do you got? What's your history? Where are we coming from? Where are we going? All right. Where do you want to start, Pops?
Well, I guess if you just start at the beginning.
All right. What is the Comics Madness Network, I guess?
Well, it started as the Comic Related Madness Facebook group. 4 years ago this week, we created the Comic Related Madness on Facebook. And
wow.
This was what the group was like. It was like, hey, guys, look what I got today. That was what we did. It wasn't a promotion or networking group. It was just a bunch of fans that would come out here and show off their hauls from the store or the con or wherever they'd been, right? Okay.
And Pops, can you show that comic? What was that?
Oh, that's Apoptic Press. Tanner Hurley's Rin, #1. And this just happens to have the first appearance of Crom.
All right, then.
First appearance of Crom is in this book right here. I got to give some love to Tanner. Okay, Tanner is the founder of Apoptic Press. He's also the co-host of Doc's Coffee Shop, one of the shows that we run here on the Comic Related Madness Network. Man, even I get the name mixed up. We've changed the name so many times. It's like, okay, it started as the Comic Related Madness on Facebook.
Okay.
4 years ago. And then about a year into that, well, not even a year into it, about 6 months into it, all the cons went down. Okay. Emerald City went down. The rest of them went down like dominoes. Bang, 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 bang. No cons. So I took my little networking group and I turned it in, or took my little look what I got group and turned it into a networking and promotions group overnight. Just totally flipped the idea of what we were doing with the group. And I started doing CromCon. And CromCon was, I would come out here once a month for a whole weekend and highlight one creator after another, all day long, and then cap it off with a panel at the end of the day, Saturday and Sunday, like 2 12-hour days of promotion. Because like
wow.
I said, none of my friends could set up any tables. Everything had been shut down. So all my people were just stuck. Like, how am I going to sell my stuff? What am I going to do? You know, a lot of people still to this day never got their money back for tables that they bought that year. Some of those cons completely folded. You know what I mean? So it was like, but that was the goal, was to go out here and give people a place to be seen since all the cons were shut down. And I didn't have a huge group at the time. I had like 400 or 500 people in the madness, right?
That's still a decent sized number of people.
Well, I mean, for 6 months, for the group only being like 6 months old, we were doing pretty good, 400 or 500 people at the time. Then I jumped over to YouTube and I started putting the CromCon stuff on YouTube, right? And then partnered up with a couple other people. I partnered up with the Comics Cast Network for a little while, and can't remember, I think Inked Publishing, I was hooked up with them for a little while, and it was like I was driving their stuff more than they were driving mine. I was just working for them for free, kind of, and it was like, I'm gonna build my own thing. Okay? So I started building the Madness Comic Network on YouTube, which in the beginning was Comic Talk with Pops Van Zandt, and it was just my own shows. Okay, we had Monday Madness, we had, a special edition, the launch parties and stuff like that, and CromCon was my shows, not nobody else's. And then I started getting to know people, getting to know people like Max Devill and Hart Fisher. Max Devill from Atrocity Press, and Hart Fisher from the American Horrors Network on Roku. Okay, well, Max is the guy who built Hart's channel on Roku. And he's also built quite a few other Roku channels, and some of them have been like highly successful. And Hart's channel is very successful over there. And I just got to thinking, it's like, man, I'm subscribed to like 480 comics channels on YouTube. And it's really hard to come close to trying to keep up with what everybody's doing as a promoter.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole bunch easier if everybody puts it in front of me where I can see it, so that I can do something with that knowledge. Okay. I talk to so many people now and promote so many people that I don't have time to go looking for new stuff to promote. You're going to have to put it in front of me so that I can retweet, share, get to know you, invite you on one of the shows, in which now we have many shows. Okay. Because your crew has 3 of them,
Mm-hmm.
You got the Tuesday night show, the Wednesday night show, and the Sunday night show. The Silverline crew does 3 shows on this network, and we appreciate that, because that's the whole point of this, is expansion, to get bigger and get seen more, and the next logical destination. I mean, I tried other networks. I put like 1,000 videos on Rumble and never got any traction over there, so it just didn't make sense to keep dropping content there for no reason. Okay.
Right.
I wasn't getting traction. Go somewhere else. I have a Twitch channel we're broadcasting to right now. I get no traction. Okay. So I work on the stuff that I actually get views, that I actually get traction, and I try to bring people along with whatever it is I'm trying to do. Okay. I talked to Max. I talked to Hart. It was like, you guys, do you think we could take a whole bunch of people and do like a Netflix style view on demand Roku channel where people could go in there and scroll through all the different stuff we have to offer and then binge watch people's shows? Right?
Oh, sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like Netflix. You can go binge watch everything, right? It's something that's got 6 seasons behind it. You can go start at day 1 and watch it all.
All right. So
same thing with us, right?
All right. So you have a Silverline boys, and we're kind of all over the map.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to focus my when I'm hosting Wednesday Night Wham, I try to focus on the nuts and bolts of comics. But we also have various discussions that kind of go all over the place, from movies to everything else. But what other type of channels do you have on the network?
We have the Horror Movie Club, which is Ryan Kriskow's channel on YouTube. He simulcasts it. He runs it out of our StreamYard. He runs it out of our network, and we broadcast just like this. This one is going to 8 different destinations right now. Same thing with Brian's show. We have so many people involved in this that have included their destinations in our StreamYard that we have like 80 destinations to choose from. Like if Roland wanted to do this show on Christy Shin's channel and he hit Christy up and said, "Hey, yo, can we do this show on your channel?" And Christy said, "Yeah." Okay, that's a total different audience that you guys never been in front of before, right? The whole thing is networking and cross-promoting and getting seen in places you've never were seen before. That's why I started building this thing.
Okay, and so now who's Christy Shin?
Christy Shin is, she is the creator of Demon B. Can't say it on Roland's channel, Demon B.
Okay.
She's one of our member of the Madness Network. She runs a show called The Lunch Hour, Wednesday afternoon. Christy is one of them people. She's the reason that our network has a disclaimer.
Okay.
Okay. She has no filter. We love her. Okay. She has no filter. We love her.
Okay.
But she will say what's on her mind. And some cases she drops a lot of F-bombs, and you know what I mean? So,
sure.
It's acquired taste TV. We love her.
Okay.
We love her.
And her show focuses on all sorts of things, or is it?
She draws and brings other creators on during her draw stream and talks about their campaigns and her campaign and whatever's going on. We have 4 or 5 different draw streams. We got the Hyde Hermit art stream. We got the Bold Cat Studios art stream. We have our own Madness open draw stream on Sundays. Bill Moss just brought his show to the network, which is another draw stream. I love the draw streams. Some of them can be so helpful and instructional to people, and then others are just flat entertaining when you get 8 or 9 guys out there drawing at once together and talking and comparing notes about style and whatever. It's just open season on the topic, right? There isn't one. It's just a bunch of cool people drawing. I love it. We have shows that are focused on campaigns. Monday Madness has pretty much always been. Monday Madness was like the CromCon catch-all show. If you didn't get a spot on CromCon and you missed your spot, it's like I would come out the next day, Monday, after doing the whole weekend. Okay, come on out on Monday and we'll do a show. And I started calling it Monday Madness. And so that turned my 2-day weekend into 3 days straight. I'm out here doing, hours worth of content. It just kept growing. Tuesday morning brew. We started doing a Tuesday morning show because there wasn't nothing out there on YouTube Tuesday morning. Nothing. So we started doing a Tuesday morning show, which I was getting kind of burned out, and I gave the show away to somebody else. I gave it to our friend Lori Calcaterra from Path of the Pale Rider, and she has done such a great job with this show. As a host of the show, one of the best moves I ever made as the CEO or whatever you want to call it of this network was giving her that show. Okay, Doc Blaylock started doing the Wednesday his Doc's Coffee Shop on Wednesday afternoons. Everybody just started bringing their shows because the vision. Although I told them all in private in the beginning, look, if this thing works, this is like a beta test. We're going to do this on YouTube. And if everybody brings content, consistent content, if their show's weekly, they got something every week, bi-weekly at least, you know what I mean? Whatever you schedule your show for, as long as that's what you're providing consistently, we're good. I don't care if it's a monthly show, as long as you give me something once a month, right? The whole thing was a beta test to see if we could get the content, if we could get people to be consistent. You guys know. You guys have been out here doing this thing ever since the first of the year, back when we started talking about it. Okay, Roland jumped right in. Okay, he was like, yes, I love this idea. He talked to you guys, talked to some of the people on the team, and everybody was down. It was like he joined the network. And consistent. If he doesn't have something for me, he lets me know. We can play a replay of something that hasn't been on the network before, because he has a well of content from before he joined our network. You see what I'm saying? So we could always put something up there, and he was very good about it. He's been awesome to us as a showrunner on the network. Everybody has been cool. It's all been fun. Stephen B's draw stream. Everybody's draw streams are fun. The Horror Movie Club, like this week, tomorrow night, 9:00, we have Pizza Medi coming out, and we're going to talk about They Live, the Roddy Piper movie about today. If you really want to, you know what I mean? It's like, wow.
Puts the glasses on, takes the glasses off. Yeah.
So we're going to be out here with the founder of Alternate Comics, and we're going to be talking about that movie.
All right. Very cool.
Matt Burke from the Rune Cutter, the Butch Cleaver series. He does a show on the network.
Butch Cleaver being a comic book or being a... Butch Cleaver is a comic book or a show? Okay. Okay.
So he does a show called Open the Gates where he highlights a different creator every week. And he just started another show called Metal Movies and Brewskis that we just premiered on the network yesterday, I think. And I think he's talking about music and movies and just whatever. He's just like coming off with the news of the week type thing. Totally cool. I love it. I'm having a lot of fun with this, but the whole thing is that YouTube is so saturated.
Right.
It's so saturated. Nobody's seeing everything.
Right.
And that means everybody's missing a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think part of part of the plan though here is that you saturate and you'll hit something, right?
Well, the whole thing is like I'm subscribed to 480 comic related YouTube channels.
But you only have so many hours in a day, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you look at, okay, well, where's the untapped audience?
Right, sure.
Everybody on YouTube is, they've got the stuff they watch and they're stuck to it. That's it, right? Okay. But where's the untapped audience? Where's the audience that doesn't know about us?
Right.
They know about us on Rumble. They just don't care yet. It's more of a political based streaming service than YouTube or Facebook. That we can get more specific in genre on those. Rumble is pretty much was built on the political right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A lot of political right comic people are going there, but it's still wasn't built for comic people.
Right.
I want to build something for comic people that when they tune in, they know they're getting something that's comic related, hobby related, movie related, reviews. I don't care. Just bring anything. I want a wrestling show. I want everything. Okay. I want gaming shows. We have some gaming shows on the network. I want gaming shows. I want all that. Okay. I want for all the stuff we love.
Okay. So you're targeting the entirety of pop culture in a sense.
Yes.
Okay.
The Madness Roku Network. It's not the Madness Comic Network anymore. It's the Madness Roku Network, and I want it to be madness. I want it to be everything. Okay. So if you look at our playlists, you got gaming shows, you got D&D, like Roll20 shows that we do live. You've just got a small plethora of different types of shows. I want more. Okay, we got one guy out of Arizona, a guy called SK Hobbies, and he's bringing his RC build show to the network. He builds RC cars and RC boats and stuff, and he already signed on through the campaign. He's bringing his to the network.
Does he use drones?
Colin, you know how like when you go to Netflix or Tubi and you're looking for something to watch, you don't really know what you want to watch, but you're looking and you just kind of get stuck there looking at the next movie, next TV show, trying to find something to watch, right? That's how I want it to be when people tune into the Madness Roku Network. I want there to be a lot for them to choose from.
Right.
I want there to be a lot. I want them to go, wow, that kind of show, that kind of show. Oh, that's cool. You know what I mean? And then take the time to go look at some of it.
Right.
Dude, I mean, the guy building it knows what he's doing. He's done it before multiple times. I have no doubt in his ability to make this happen. Okay. He's proven. Not only that, but he's a comic creator. He's one of us. Okay. Max Devill, guys. He's a developer of Roku channels. He's a developer of he develops social networks. Like he had a Twitter clone up there, right? Called Jibber Jabber. But the name didn't work.
Right.
The name just didn't work.
I think I remember seeing that very, very briefly. Yeah. Now, have you considered looking at something like Gab?
Just another platform to me. It's I mean, I've bounced around on some of them, and it's like Roku is that's my goal right now.
Yeah.
Because we went and looked at Roku. There are 2 comic shows on Roku that we could find, and they're once a week. Right.
And if you were to bring
no content over there, none of our there's nothing. Oh, dude, we just
so if you were to bring your network, you would immediately have almost daily shows.
Oh, we've already got 35, and then 10 have signed up through the campaign.
Right. Oh, wow.
So we've already got 45 shows. We've already got 25 200 to 3,000 videos to upload.
And those are
already.
Yeah, that's 45. That's 45 weekly shows.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you've already got a network in place. All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
The YouTube channel was a beta test. You guys were part of a beta test.
Okay.
It wasn't a secret. I mean, Roland knew what I was doing. It was, you know what I mean? It was like, it was a beta test. And the YouTube
all right.
worked. It wasn't to see how many views I could get on YouTube, because building the YouTube channel was that's a byproduct of what I'm doing. It wasn't my goal. YouTube has never been my goal, because a lot of these guys on our network, either through their show's content or just the lack of watch hours and subscribers, they're a long ways from getting monetized anyway. What we're offering is immediate. There is no threshold to get monetized when you bring your show to our Roku network.
Right.
You get half of the Roku ad revenue for the first time somebody watches one of your shows.
Right.
Okay. There's no watch hour threshold, no subscriber threshold, none of that crap. You come in, you get what I get. You get what we get. You get what he gets. Nobody gets nothing extra. Everybody gets the same thing. 50% of their Roku ad revenue generated by their show. Okay?
I mean, that's better than a 60-40 or a 7-30 split, you know? Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like all I need to be able to do is maintenance the channel and make sure that we can pay for servers and stuff for the next year, for the whatever it costs, the $500 for the channel licensing and whatnot the next year. You know, I'm if it blows up, it blows up, but I'm trying to make sure it sustains itself.
Right, exactly.
Right.
All right. So, are you okay with me digging into some of the nuts and bolts with you, or is that?
Go for it, dude. That's what we're
all right. So, all right then. So people are signing on, and they get their channels up and running. Are people who are running on the shows right now seeing return on their investment, in the sense that they're putting out the shows and they're seeing people coming and buying their products?
Well, I think that's always kind of been the main goal, was to make sure people got seen and people buying their stuff. I don't think I'd have the following I have, the people hitting me up to be on my shows, if I wasn't doing some good somewhere, right? Okay, right. So, I mean, this wouldn't have lasted this long if it wasn't helping people, because, they still knocking on the door, okay? So I figure it's working. But again, can our little channels compete with those guys to get 1,000 people watching their show all the time? They're not looking at us if they're looking at, the bigger channels. We can't compete with them here on YouTube.
Right.
But we can go over there to Roku and they're not there.
Right.
We're the only ones. We would be those guys. Okay. The people that got onto YouTube when it was ground floor, when it first started, those are the guys with millions of followers.
Yeah.
Because they got in ground floor and they stuck with it.
Yep.
They worked.
Yeah, and like comics, if you have to be consistent. The second you end up missing the ship date, now you're just like,
and
start diving down
on this ground floor, and it does take off.
Okay,
you're gonna be ground floor on something that,
all right, so this is a, how would I put this? So this is, I would say this is an innovative platform in order to get content out and to promote content, and I think that's really, really fascinating approach to getting things out there. And can anyone come walk up to you and say, "Hey, I want to be on your channel," or are you kind of is there a certain point where you're going to have to say, okay, well, I got to limit it to a certain scope? Or
not this first year. We want as much as we can get. We want to make as big a splash as we possibly can. Now, if somebody doesn't get a lot of views and they don't want to continue on the next year, that's up to them. Right. But like I said, it's an untapped audience. We already know there's millions of people that watch Roku shows.
Yeah.
Watch Roku channels. Yeah, we're going to be another channel there, but we're going to be another channel with so much content from day one that we're going to make a splash.
Yep.
As soon as I know this funds, or as soon as we get close to this thing funding, and I know it's going to, Hart's going to start playing ads on the American Horrors channel talking about this network coming to Roku. So people are already going to know we're coming. And the ads are going to focus on the horror stuff that comic people do. So we draw some of his audience over here to look at some of our cool comic stuff. Okay. The horror community and the comic community, they cross over each other a lot. Okay.
All right.
You can get a lot of viewers out of that and become known on Roku through the American Horrors Network and the American Horrors Classics. Both good channels that get lots of views, guys. Hart believes in what we're doing. Obviously, Max built his channel. Max is building our channel. It's all it's a family now. I'd like to look at this a little bit. Oh, see, we picked up a backer. Right on. Thank you. I don't know who backer number 41 was, but I'm digging it. I want to roll through this a little bit. The problem with the Kickstarter format is that everything's separated on the side in a dollar value from lowest to highest, which mixes all of our different tiers up. Okay. Showrunner, we got 4 different showrunner tiers, but because they have different monetary values, they're all split up really far on that sidebar. They're not together. I wish they would let us categorize our tiers so we can put them together on the side. But that being what it is, doesn't really matter. They're all over there. We have 4 different tiers for showrunners, 6 different tiers for sponsors, and then a whole bunch of cool stuff that fans, if you like what we're doing, you like our ideas, we have PDFs, original art, physical books, all kinds of cool stuff that you can get just to support us and help us out. You back us at that monetary value, we send you that cool item, right? We have sketch cards, we got original art, all kinds of cool stuff on here. But what I really want to focus on is this team of people right here. And this is something that I found out because I've had a lot of great ideas over the years. And a great idea is really only a great idea if you can surround yourself with the right people. Because then, and only then, does a great idea have an opportunity to become a reality. Okay? These are the right people. There's no doubt. Max, like I said, has built many of these before. Max Devill, Timothy Fling, Earth Dog Studios, the guy who took on the campaign manager duties for me because I have no following on any platform as far as crowdfunding goes. Timothy has a following, so he was like, I'll help you out, Pops, and took that on. Lori Calcaterra from Path of the Pale Rider, who pretty much has kept this page maintenance updated and really been totally invaluable and doing it for us while running her own campaign. Amazing. Doc Blaylock, man, he's my ground control, my moral support, keeps me grounded, keeps me focused on the task at hand, and handling all the fulfillment for all the physical tiers on this campaign. Our boy, your boy, RJ Carter from Critical Blast Fulfillment Logistics. We love RJ. He's awesome. Actually, he's responsible for a few of the tiers that people donated to this campaign that are available. But here, this is it. It's our vision. It's a Roku platform dedicated to content creators, comics, pop culture, movies, reviews, hobbies, gaming, for everything we love, for all the cool stuff, guys. I want somebody who comes out here and does a wrestling news show and keeps us up to date on what's happening in the wrestling world. I want people coming out here doing everything, anything, whatever you do on YouTube. You can do it on another platform in front of a completely untapped audience. You might even pick up some new backers. You might even pick up some new customers. You might even pick up some new fans. You see what I'm saying? It's a whole new platform. This is what we love about it. There's nothing over there to compete with. But it's a huge platform with millions of viewers. It's like if you were the first people to come to YouTube with comics, guys. Same thing, only you're not the first on YouTube. Guess what? We're all struggling for 10, 15, 20 views on a live show. You know, I mean, we don't have the million followers. We don't have that giant thing going on that some of these guys have that have been on YouTube forever. They built those. I'm not taking anything away from them people. They worked and stuck with it and built it. That's what we want to do. We want to take something somewhere where there ain't nobody else, there ain't no competition, and make it so that nobody can ever compete with us there. You see what I'm saying? To build this thing to the point where, you know, hell, I want to build this thing to the point where we just say, screw it and build our own streaming platform, period. You know, but it's at the time. Look, Roku isn't the goal either, but it's nice because we're the first. So it could be the be all and end all of what the Madness does. But how cool would it be for us to have our own Madness network on smart TV?
Fascinating.
Baby steps, yo. It's one step at a time, and that's the way I've been looking at this. You know, Roku's if this thing gets up and starts popping, it's successful. You know, I'm going to be thinking about what's next.
Now, out of curiosity, is there a ability? Hopefully, this doesn't give somebody an idea and beat you to the punch. But is there on a smart TV like a Roku platform? Is there an ability to directly link somebody to the product itself so that they could purchase it on the spot?
Yeah, we will have. We're building the Roku network website, which will link everybody's stores, everybody's shows, everything.
Right.
That's kind of something that Roku you have to have if you have a Roku channel. It's like something they make you have is a YouTube channel. Just like or not a YouTube channel, a website, but just like on YouTube where you can see the products right across the bottom. Some people have their stores right there on the bottom of their screen. All that kind of stuff will be available. It's just getting the bare bones of it built. You know? Max can do all that stuff. He's building the preview Roku channel. You can pick 10 shows and put them up on Roku ahead of time.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So I had to go through 2,500 videos and try and pick 10 to put up there that I thought were good and entertaining and that people would like and would watch, and maybe we get a little foothold going there before we get there, right?
Right.
It was hard to pick 10 out of 2,500 videos, man.
Yeah.
You know?
You got to do a lot of watching to figure out what's what, but you got to go. But one way to make that easy though is the ones that grab you right away. You grab it and go, okay, that one grabbed me at the start. Throw that in.
Well, I was part of most all of them, so I know which ones stand out, right? But it was still, I didn't want to do like 4 from Monday Madness. I wanted to pick 1 from Monday Madness, 1 from Doc's Coffee Shop, 1 from Tuesday Morning Brew. You see, I wanted to give them the variety of different shows. So then you narrow it down to picking 1 out of each playlist, and then not even each playlist, but only 10 of those 35 playlists. You know what I mean? It was like, man, how am I going to do this? Because everybody has good stuff on their playlist. Everybody, you know. But I think I did good. I think I picked some good shows, and hopefully, you know, we'll get some love before we get there, because that, you know, that's going to help a lot, man. We get to put a preview channel up, which will also direct people to the campaign saying, hey, yo, if you like what you saw here, go over there and donate and help us get this thing funded, right? And that's really what it is. Also, I want everybody to know that anybody that donates in any way to this will be forever remembered in the Roku scroll, which will be like a Star Wars scroll, but it'll have all the names of everybody who donated content before we started. Okay, everybody who donated anything to the campaign to help us get financed, anybody who backed, all those people's names will be on our Star Wars scroll, and that will at least play on the network once a day forever. Okay, you guys are the ones that made it happen, and we're never going to forget you. Okay, anybody whose shows are here ground floor, we're not going to forget you. You sponsors that jump in here on this first year and help us make this happen, we're going to do special stuff for you guys. I'm going to work my ass off for you like I always do every day for what we do now. Nothing's going to change. I'm going to work just as hard. We're just going to be doing it for a new audience, you know.
Right.
An untapped audience, guys. Just think about that. An untapped audience for your ads, for your shows, for your campaigns to be seen. Look how many of our shows cover creators' campaigns. You know, speaking of campaigns, don't you guys got a live one right now?
We do. We do have a campaign in the works. Yes. So Silverline right now has a new Cray coming out, and it is also a double feature, I believe. I will have to look that up. So Cray,
you can drop that link over there in the chat, because this is what I do is I promote creators. Okay, that's what this whole thing is about. I come out here and talk about myself. That ain't just don't feel right. So we're gonna get a little bit of that in here.
Yeah, well, you kind of segued into where I was going to kind of ask you to start pushing some stuff here. So you pushing us here. All right. Yes. Okay. So I found it here. So we got Cray Switchblade. So Cray is one title. Switchblade is the other title. It's a double feature book that's coming out. And so every
flip books or
yes, they do them as a flip book. So
right. You get one story on one side, flip it over, you got the other story. Cool.
That's correct. So let's see here. Do I have one of the flip books here? We had well, this is Cray. So if anyone kind of like a Conan or a who's the other guy who's the Conan-ish, but it's a barbarian who fights ogres, but it has a little bit of a twist. So,
cool.
Yeah. So he ends up he fights ogres, but then he gets taken by ogres, and then he's raised by ogres. So yeah, there's a little bit of a twist there. So hopefully I didn't give too much away, but. If anyone wants to go and take a look at that, just so you guys know, if I remember correctly, Roland said that we have done 27 Kickstarters, and they have all been fulfilled. So if you are interested in getting comics and getting your comics fulfilled, go take a look at that. And if Cray's not up your alley, there is a whole bunch of other books that we got going on. K-List, like this is the ultimate dad sci-fi story. This is a great book. I have my notions as to what it really is, but it is a fantastic book. And of course, so we said Cat and Mouse for flagship title, Divinity by Barb Kalberg. Oh yeah. So then there's Cape Town, which is kind of like Silverline's version of Batman, I would say. But I didn't say that. So very interesting setup story here for Cape Town. And of course, Roland's Trumps, which is a 4-issue series, which you can grab there. And that's an excellent series. Well done, with beautiful art by Peter. First book was Anthony Pereira, but I think it ended up being yeah, okay, so it had different artists on the book, but Quentin Bedwell did one of the books, and he is fantastic, absolutely amazing.
All right, so I didn't realize time getting away from us here. I got about 10 minutes left, and then I got to make another appearance on the Mighty Mascots.
Well, I was going to ask you. Are there any other innovative books coming out that you're seeing that you're kind of like, wow, this stuff is really, really cool. This is like something else.
Well, I don't know if you're familiar with Path of the Pale Rider or not.
No, I'm not, but
The
you
fourth
mentioned it.
campaign just ended. It's a Western future apocalyptic story wherein the death cycle is broken.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Nothing dies. You just deteriorate over time, but bugs don't die, animals don't die, people don't die. Just try to imagine the implications of this, both politically, socially, morally,
Spiritually.
yeah. I mean, just like, and this story has so many layers. And then Lori, the creator of the story, also her campaigns have so many layers. She does short films, she does riddles, Easter egg hunts, just tons of stuff on her campaigns that just make it a next level experience. It's not just getting a comic book. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just got interrupted by my.
That's okay.
Yeah, you guys can keep watching. Sorry. All right.
That's nice that they come off. That's cool.
It's always exciting. We never know what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
All right.
So there's
excuse me,
tiers
one
for
moment.
showrunners. Go ahead. I'll just keep talking. There's tiers for showrunners. There's tiers for sponsors. Different types of sponsorship ads. 1 month, 30-second ad that we play on the network. A minimum of so many times a day, but we have so much content and so little ads that your ads are probably going to get played a lot more than we're offering. You know what I mean? It's just, we just don't have that many ads and we have tons of content. So the ads will get played a lot. We have PDF bundles from all those different creators right there. Twisted Comics, Earth Dog Studios, Committed Comics, Omen Comics, Revelation Comics, Silverline Comics, and some Madness number ones. There are 37 different PDFs on this campaign to help us fund this network. You can get 37 PDFs for $90. Right?
Wow.
We'll give you the whole bundle for $90.
That's a lot of reading.
Yeah, and we have a lot of original art, and if you get original art from the campaign, you also get some PDFs as well. If you get a sketch card, you get a single PDF of your choice. If you get some of this original art, you get a bundle, a PDF bundle of your choice. So we got Bill Moss art, Jim O'Reilly art, Corey Barton art. We got some physical comics donated by Jay David, a book that R.J. Carter from Critical Blast edited that's signed by Mike Barron and Hart Fisher with work by them in it. We got some T-shirts, some crochet crumbs. We have a place for your independent films or short films. Bring them to the network. We will fix you up. We will look, there ain't going to be competition with all the big guys because ain't none of the big guys here. It's just going to be you guys. Bring your movies. Let people see them. Put them where people can actually find them. Because, you go to Tubi looking for an independent film, and it's like, if you don't know the name and year, you ain't never going to find it. There's too much other stuff there. Bring your stuff here where it will be seen. The showrunner tiers are very basic. To bring your show to the network with no previous content uploaded, starting on the first of the year going forward with your weekly or bi-weekly, whatever show, $25 and you're in, guys. There is nowhere on earth you're going to get your show on Roku for $25 freaking dollars, and I guarantee you that. There's nowhere. Okay? If you want to upload extra content, if you want to have a base for people to see stuff for people to binge watch from day one, that's the difference in the rest of the levels. $75, you can upload up to 50 videos. $125, you can upload up to 200 videos. And $225 will get you set up, and up to 500 of your previous content can be on the platform day one when we launch. Okay? The only difference is how much work Max has to do uploading videos. Right? There's no specials there. It's just I made him charge something for his work. He was going to do it for free. I was like, no, I'm not letting you do all that. That could end up being a lot of work. We already have 2,500 videos to upload. every one of these new tiers is that much more work Max has to do. So I wasn't going to let him do it for free. We got LCS convention sponsorship tiers. If you have a campaign you want to get 30-second ad up for, it's all here. 6 different tiers. The biggest one being a VIP sponsorship tier, which puts your ad on the network for the whole year, and you can change it 3 times during the year. And anything else that I come up with to help my sponsors during the whole year, you'll already be in on. You won't have to buy in on. Okay, so the VIP sponsorship tier, if you do consistent content all year, that's kind of the way to go. If you're somebody like Max, you do 4 or 5 different titles. Somebody like Rowan does a lot of different titles. That's kind of the way to go. Upon funding, for all the people that know our boy, my co-host on Monday Madness, Rich Ferrata likes to shave his head and wax his back. Well, he's going to wax his chest on this show on Monday Madness if we get this thing funded. When we get it funded, he's going to do it. We got some cool stretch goals, but we got to get funded first, guys. We got to get funded first. We got some great stretch goals, but we got to get funded first. Now, we also keep track of our friends with campaigns that we promote through the madness. We got the Path of the Pale Rider. There's our girl Lori. We got Carissa Grant, the Worthy Chaos Redemption series. Look, Carissa's put out 7 books this year. She's setting a new bar, guys. Look, get with her. Her book is awesome. Jinjin Pedro, Waifus and Kaijus. Agent of Helix Electric, Tanner Herthy's book. RJ's Monsters Next Door, an actual paperback. You want to check that out. Demon Bee, I told you, there she is, Demon Bee. There's Christie's book right there. Perfect 10, Dave Brink, and Club Corrupt, Bill Moss. We got the Mythicals #2, but it says They Mythicals. Sorry, Lori. Typos jump out the page at me. We got Ann spelt wrong. I hope you're not watching, Lori, because I'm gonna be all up in your inbox in a minute going typos. Critical Blast legend.
As long as the links are right, that's what matters.
Yeah, well, she's the best, man. She's really done a lot. She has really done a lot for this campaign.
Yeah. All right. So
I got like 2 minutes to get over to this other show.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Martin, for roughing this by yourself without your team and out and doing this with me, man. I appreciate you, bro.
I think you carried it for the most part here, so thank you so much, Pops, for letting us know what's going on with this. So if anybody is a comic creator or innovator, this could be a platform for you to really look into. And I think moving it to something like the Roku channels is an innovative way for comics to be promoted. And this is probably going to be an easy avenue for you to get your stuff in front of eyeballs. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that there's ever been a method like this before, right?
Guys, I know you've never seen a campaign like this, and you've never seen that like this, and you're just sitting there going, "Man, I don't know if it's going to work." Well, the only way we're going to find out is if we get it funded.
Yep.
If we get it funded, I already know it's going to work because Max has done this before. Okay, the onus is going to be on us to promote and get people to go look at it, but I do that all day anyway. I promote all day, any day. Yep. That's not an issue for me.
Yep.
I do have one ad I'd like to play at the end of the show in relation to this. If that's cool with you, whenever you're ready to sign out, I'll hit the button.
All right. Well, Pops, thanks for coming on. Thanks for sharing your dream with us, and let's get this thing kick-started, folks. All right, let's go.
Thanks, man. You have a good
Make
night.
mine Silverline.
Yeah. Make mine Silverline.
Oh man, I wish I could find a way to better advertise Apothic Press.
Just back it already.
Whoa, Crom, what are you doing here? What's this? The Madness Roku Network. Sponsorship. 1 month of playing your 30-second ad on the network 3 times a day? Oh my gosh, for $20? And you can't beat that.
Just back it already.
All right, Crom. I'm doing it. Awesome. Hi, I'm Tanner Hurley, founder of Apothic Press. I back the Madness Roku Network, and so should you.